Hey, welcome to another session of Pastor and the Professor. We finished the Sermon on the Mount.
Yeah, right.
And we said, but don't go away.
No, please. No.
Because right after the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus preaches with great authority, and now he's going to demonstrate.
That's a thing. Right.
Yeah.
First the words, then the miracles or the demonstration. The words carried authority. They were in awe.
Yep.
Now let me show you authority.
Yeah.
That's how Matthew goes. It makes sense.
Which reminds me of the healing of the paralytic. My son, your sins are forgiven. That's the word.
There you go. With authority, he says it. But
now to show you that I have that authority, I say to you, take up your bedding and head on home.
Exactly. And he asked that wonderful question. So which one is harder to say? You know? And haven't we all just like, I could go either way on that.
Of course.
Anyway, so now we're going to have miracles. I almost feel like here, I don't think we usually sit around with actual friends, real cups of coffee, and to clink and say, here's to a new adventure.
Here's to a new adventure.
Clunk. Wonder why we do that. Why do we clunk glasses?
I don't know.
I'm looking at Andy. He doesn't know either. Anyway, it felt good. Coffee.
Marking a new beginning.
Yes, exactly. It makes me feel like I should spill. I like when I have a little coffee stain or something on a particular page, because then I remember that page.
That's right.
If you're reading it off...
you sneezed at that particular point.
Right. Oh, I spilled it right there, or it's crinkled. You read it on your phone, there's no stain.
No.
There's no memory device.
No,
all right.
I'm not.
But maybe you should tell us about the leper. He needs some cleansing.
We're going to start off with a leper, and it's chapter 8, and it's verses 1 through 4.
We could do that.
Yeah.
That should be doable.
I'll read it, and we'll see if my bum eye works.
That's right.
We'll give it a try.
Yes.
When he came down from the mountain, great crowds followed him. And behold, a leper came to him and knelt before him, saying, Lord, if you will, you can make me clean. And Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Jesus said to him, see that you say nothing to anyone, but go, show yourself to the priest, and offer the gift that Moses commanded for a proof to them.
That's a wonderful text. I'm just going to play with verse 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to say verse 1 is the dream of every preacher and teacher,
but
seldom ever happens.
Yeah.
That you have taught at great length.
Yep.
A. B, they said, what a wonderful authority.
Yeah.
But C, verse 1, in essence, saying encore.
Yeah,
encore.
they followed him.
That happens to you every day.
More.
I know they chase you out the door all the way to your car, and they're waiting at your house for more after you finish with a sermon.
No, you were right up until you were right. They chased me out the door. And then from that point on, there wasn't.
And they're changing the locks behind you. But by golly, if you get the right locks.
Yeah.
But I mean, and we understand that's not a commonplace. Not going to happen, for us encore. But isn't it natural that is how they reacted to his extensive teaching in awe? And I think verse 1 makes perfect sense.
Sure.
And a great crowd, either the same crowd or others who were told, oh, you should have been there. Or you should have heard this guy.
Yeah.
You know what he said? Go find him.
Yeah.
And I think verse 1 makes perfect sense. And so they're continuing this avalanche of people. But then out of the many, we're going to focus on one. And that pattern is going to happen again and again.
Verse 1 connects the Sermon on the Mount to the miracles.
Right.
This is that connector.
And it makes sense.
The fulcrum.
It's a connector that we say, But after that, aren't you sort of bracing yourself for, where's this going to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't just get a bigger crowd.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be or do something. Before we go, I got to tell you a story real fast. We're up in Butternut. I've been there about 10 years. We had an LWML circuit meeting at Butternut. We're all in the basement. We got like 100 people down there. And for entertainment, we had two of our wonderful people sing a duet. They're husband and wife pair.
Oh.
Okay, wonderful. But we knew, I was sitting with her sister, Diane, and just a group of us. We all know them. And we know they only have one song. They know one song.
That's it.
They're going to get up and do the one song. And I'm a bad person. So I suggested, hey, when they get done, why don't we just start shouting, encore, encore, because they don't have anything. Well, her sister thought that was hilarious, and said, Diane, so we were laughing about that. And then I said, I've been here 10 years, and I must have preached 50 out of 52 Sundays. Right, 3 services a weekend,
sure,
funerals, weddings, da. I mean, I can't do the math. It's been a lot of sermons, and I said, well, it would be nice if just once, when I finished, there'd be a chant, encore. Well, when you say that, they're kind of polite, and they just, yeah, sure, Pastor. And then Diane, who was sitting across, again, this is the sister, she reached over and she patted me on the arm, just so kindly, and gave me this just beautiful, warm smile. And she said, fat chance, Pastor. It was one of my favorite lines for 12 years at Butternut. Way to go, Diane.
You can say that after 10 years.
She was great. Oh, she was the best. Yeah. So encores do not happen, but they will for him.
Of course.
They're hoping to hear.
Yep.
Now, I assume that as he was walking, talking, but Matthew's not going to tell us what that is, because I think here he's shifting a bit more like Mark. It's not the teaching, but I got to tell you what happened next.
Yeah.
And don't we have that with verse 2? And behold, or something like that in the translation.
Yeah.
And behold, let me tell you what happened. Not what he said. Now it's, let me tell you what happened.
This behold is kind of like a, hey, hang on to this. I always wondered on this one. The leper came up to him and knelt, and there's a large crowd.
Ooh.
Hey, pal.
I think where you're going.
You're not supposed to be that close.
Right.
There's leper restrictions.
Right.
Like we had in COVID. It's more than 6 feet. You have to stand far away. You have to put your hand over your mouth, and you have to scream, unclean.
Unclean.
But he comes up to Jesus. I think this is the first demonstration of faith.
Oh.
You're going to make me whole.
Right. And I don't care. There must have been naysayers and doubters, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Of course, he does open a path for himself.
Oh, he does.
He's a social icebreaker by being a leper.
Yep, everyone wants out of the way.
Right. But what I'm also saying, who do you think you are?
Well, exactly. And lepers often traveled together.
Right. Luke 6:17.
And
the 10 lepers.
Can you imagine if there's no.
Oh.
Don't.
Bob, get back here.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
And Bob's just...
I'm going.
Yeah.
Well, nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose.
Oh.
I don't know who said that. Somebody said that.
You just did.
Well, yeah. That's my in-depth quote. I'm going to crank up a line from Alabama or somebody and such, because I know what you've got coming. And
Did Waylon Jennings say that?
I don't think so, but it is a good line.
It is.
Yeah. It almost sounds like something John Paul Jones of the Revolutionary Navy would say.
Yep.
Build me a fast ship. I intend to sail in harm's way.
Yeah.
I've not yet begun to fight.
Lines
like that.
Oh,
but
that's
anyway,
good. Give me liberty or
give me death. Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry.
Yeah. Yep. No, but you're absolutely right. So here's this man boldly going right forward.
Yeah.
And since Jesus knows this is going to come.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see this sort of vectoring as Jesus, here he comes. All right, let's line her up and bring him in. There he is. And boom, there he is. Lord, if you're willing. Isn't that a kid? If you're willing.
I see, and this is the interesting part, too, because there's a couple times this comes up in Scripture. So when Jesus came down from the Mount of Transfiguration.
Right, with the demon-possessed boy.
If you can. And Jesus, what? If I can.
Right.
Of course I can.
And we who had just been on the Transfiguration mountain with him, so to speak.
Yeah.
Would you run up to the Father and say, oh, trust me, friend, we can't. We have seen stuff you cannot believe.
Right. We can't even describe it.
Exactly.
But this one isn't so much of a, I wonder if you can. I see this more as a statement of, I know you can do this.
Yes.
If it's your will, thy will be done.
Oh, doesn't that take him up a notch?
I think it does.
No, that's nice.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
I think there's
thy will be done.
Yeah, there's a couple things that I've missed over the years, and that's he comes running up when he shouldn't.
Bold man.
And the other is, I know you can do this, but it's up to you.
Which is a great thing about this. We could do a podcast once on great one-sentence prayers.
Oh,
Have mercy on me, a sinner.
Oh, I like that.
You know, or just, if you're willing, you can make me clean. But I'm leaving it to you. But I know what you can do.
Yeah.
Now, isn't it fun, too? He says that, and he's the first miracle.
yeah.
So if we'd had this guy say this and he's number 9
Yep.
or so,
Yep.
then we'd say, well, yeah, given what he's already seen. But this is the leadoff hitter,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
And he's already sure that
And-
you can do this. Now, if this is the time, that's up to you, God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it's in contrast to John chapter 2, where Mary says,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
they're in trouble. Go do this. Hey, my hour hasn't come yet. And
Yeah.
and this guy is like, hey, if it's your hour to do this, super.
Right.
I know you can do it, but I'm leaving it up to you.
It's up to you. Right. But isn't that a marvelous? I've endured this leprosy, and it's not I'm going to die this moment.
Right.
Jairus' daughter, she's right on that edge.
Yep,
You
yep.
better hurry.
Yep.
And to a degree, he
Lazarus,
does.
too.
Right,
Yep.
exactly. But here's a man who, obviously somewhat urgent, and yet he knows, I'm leaving it to you.
Yeah.
If you're willing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost in a sense of, and if it's not now, I don't have to hound you. I don't have to chase you. I don't have to say every day, is it today? Because today would be really good.
Yeah.
I'm putting it in your hands. That sounds like a lot of our prayers, doesn't it? Lord,
As-
I know what you can do.
Yeah.
Maybe you will if you're willing.
Yeah.
And today, I mean, who of us isn't going to say, today would probably be a really good
I'd like
day.
that.
Yeah, I'd like that. Let's get this done, over. But it's up to you.
Yeah.
The theology of lepers.
Mm.
We could do a whole thing on that. The guy who comes back out
Yeah.
of 10, the one who comes back,
The
he
9
comes
who
with things.
didn't.
Well, that's true. We could do
We
something
could
with
look
them.
at those guys too
Yeah.
and say,
But at least they went.
they did
He said, go and show yourself.
with joy.
Yeah. But the one came back.
Yep.
Yeah. And why leprosy is such a signal illness in the New Testament healing miracles of Jesus.
Yeah.
Why does it stand out so
You
for
know,
us?
And I'm wondering, as a leper, you're not dead.
No,
You kind of hope you are.
I would think at the end, especially, it's bad.
It's got, but you're the outcast. You're no longer allowed in the marketplace, so
No.
you can't have a job.
No.
You're no longer allowed in the local synagogue, so you can't go and worship with your. You can't be in your own home.
No, your family has to stay
Yeah.
at best a distance. They might just say,
So
we're done.
I'm wondering if there's a neat correlation. If the lepers stand as the show and tell
Okay.
for the outcast spiritually.
Right, because I can see you got leprosy,
Yeah.
which also begets the question, we talked about this previously, what did you do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I can see the effect.
Yeah.
So that's, whatever you did, it's got to be pretty serious.
And the worse the leprosy,
The worse the sin. Right. And also, by the way, the better I feel in comparison to you.
oh my goodness.
Because I'm not perfect, but
Oh,
boy,
goodness.
man, I'm all together here.
Pharisees
Oh.
are clean.
Right. And this guy,
No.
no.
Not only physically unclean, but spiritually unclean.
Got to be something
Yeah.
going on with this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. There's a correlation.
So maybe
there.
that's why we need this one first. It's a message from Jesus of faith by this man,
Mm-hmm.
the immediacy of Jesus' power, and also his fearlessness to say, you know,
Yeah.
bring him.
He's bold to go to Christ.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a Lenten theme.
Doesn't it?
You know, we just kicked into Lent. That's not our theme.
It's not our theme.
Not our theme.
But
You
one
know,
day it may be.
It could be. Yeah, coming soon to a Lent near you. Unless, of course, here's our problem. Not that it's your problem. I have had many wonderful ideas, which I thought were so wonderful, I'll never forget them, and therefore I never wrote them down, and therefore they are gone with the wind.
Oh, I'm
I mean,
I'm there 100%.
Oh, my heavenly days.
Yep.
When we were dating, Holly remembers this especially, and I remember somewhat. I told her, someday I'm going to write a book. And that impressed her and such. I mean, you know, when you're dating, you'll say whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what we didn't do is write down A book about what?
About what?
Because at the moment we thought, oh yeah, and
Well,
I kind of remember that. I have no idea
You've
what
written
it
a
was.
few.
Well, yeah, but it took a long time.
Well, that's okay.
That poor woman was in for decades before I coughed up the first one. But because you're sure you're
Well,
going
she
to
was
remember
patient,
this.
wasn't she?
She was patient. Yeah. Exactly.
I was going to write a book, and then it was suggested to me that I probably should read one first. So.
So that's it. Someone once told me, I could just picture you when you're writing. You're in a library and you're surrounded by all these other great books. I said, no. I picture my motorcycle parked next to a picnic table at Mossy Lake or some park, and it's me and my laptop and a Bible. That's it, man.
And a couple of chirping birds,
Exactly.
and a squirrel that scampers
and
past.
maybe a little Willie Nelson or Alabama playing in the background.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it's brought to you by. Well, anyway, so we love this leper though. As a bold man, you're able to make me clean, and then listen to Jesus. I'm willing. Willing. Isn't that a great?
Yeah.
I am willing.
And
willing.
it's such a short conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesus, I've had this leprosy for
just
like 20 years. I haven't been able to hold my children, and now I have grandchildren. I've been
by the
out
way,
of a job.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. My poor brothers are trying to support my wife.
Exactly. The troubles I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he just said, and it's right to the point. If you're willing, you can make it clean.
Yeah.
We could put this all behind us.
Yeah.
Or me. It's up to you, though. And there's no claim of, I've had it longer, worse, harder than anybody else.
Oh.
I should be fronting the line. In fact, I am.
Yeah, because the other lepers haven't had it as long as I had it.
Right. And they don't have the guts to come up here. So it's
they were yelling
me,
for me to turn around and come back.
Those fools. It's just, I'm willing. Isn't that a great thing? I am willing.
And I like the fact, did he have to do it? No. But he stretched out his hand and touched him, which makes Jesus
unclean. Yes. As he's going to do again and again.
Oh, constantly.
He touches the coffin of the dead man. Unclean. He takes up the hand of the little girl who's dead. And the fearlessness.
He spits on the ground, makes some mud, and touches the eye of the blind.
If you are absolutely holy, you're fearless about the sinfulness that the world has and that you might touch.
Yeah.
As opposed to it's going to invade you.
Yeah.
His perfection radiates out, not in a visual way, but he is so utterly perfect. He cannot. This will not touch him.
It's the theology. It's the transformational theology. I am going to give you my righteousness, my cleanliness, and give me your uncleanness, and I will give you my cleanliness. Give me your unrighteousness. I'm going to give you my righteousness.
I think we used it once, the Green Mile.
We did.
Did you bring it up?
Oh, I love the Green Mile.
I thought you did.
Love it.
Yeah.
John Coffey.
Oh, that's right. JC.
JC.
Yes. I never, by the way, I never noticed that. But until you said it. No, I'm bear a very little brain. But that image, we love that image. Whether you're, didn't Stephen King write?
Stephen King wrote that.
Whether, as I so often say in a class, you said, sounds like a good story.
Yeah.
Sounds like a story we've heard before.
Yeah.
And there's a timelessness of that.
Yeah.
That story in one facet or another being told again and again.
There is.
And if you don't know well the story of Jesus, you go, boy, that's a great story.
Yeah.
And we want to go up to somebody. It really is, isn't it?
And there's great images there. There's the devil in Wild Bill. And there's a Judas in there.
I don't recall that, but you're way better than
who is the one of the jailers.
Okay.
And then you have kind of a Peter figure in the, was it Tom Hanks' character?
And Tom Hanks is there.
Yeah.
And he's healed.
Yes.
Something. And then well,
it's pretty neat. And then
is.
you have the warden who's kind of like one of the church officials. And his wife becomes healed.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's just at this point, people are turning us off and going to find that it's got to be somewhere in the world waiting to be watched and such. But I am willing, being cleansed. Do you like the immediacy? And immediately he was cleansed.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make sense? If you and I could write this, let us write this script.
Yeah.
Would we choose and immediately?
It's interesting because when we get the 10 lepers.
Yeah. Ooh. I know where you're going.
Go ahead.
It's not immediate.
It's not. As they went, they were healed.
became.
So we find the faith in the going without being healed.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine showing up to the rabbi and saying, "Hey, check me out.
Check him out.
Oh.
If nothing has changed, why are you bothering me? Don't you even dare come again."
Yeah.
I don't want to see you.
So it
bozos.
took faith
It did.
to
let's
go while they were still
And
sick.
And someone could say, "Well, they got nothing to lose,"
Right.
which to a degree is true, but still, why bother?
Yeah.
Why open yourself up to more ridicule and dismissal
Exactly.
and whatever? Yeah. No, so,
But this one
here-
is like
Boom,
here
boom.
and now. But it really needed to be, I think, the crowd
right.
gets to see this,
Oh,
because if they left, it's like, I wonder if he
what happened to Bob?
is-
Yeah.
yeah.
And if he comes back, they'll say, no, it's not the same
That's
guy.
not- no,
Because
that
he,
was-
he would look so much better.
Oh,
I
definitely,
presume he's
definitely.
not just healed outwardly, but
Yeah.
everything is
Yep.
better. That sore left knee, we took care of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a wonderful, and immediately
Yep.
he was cleansed. The leper. Marvelous. Of course.
Okay, here comes the question. You get this one, right?
Oh, boy.
And Jesus said to him,
Yeah.
"All right, keep this between us." Oh,
Right.
yeah, Jesus, by the way, there's a lot of people.
Exactly.
That saw this.
How in the world is this going to be our secret?
Yeah.
With a whole
Yeah.
And they're still in the awe of what you've said. And isn't this just fueled onto the fire?
I think
of,
so.
Whoa, you should have seen what he did, because there's the guy. Healed.
Do you think, okay, you got to go show yourself
Right.
to the priest,
Bringing the.
but don't tell him what happened.
Why are you here, Bob?
I was healed.
just
Okay, Bob,
take a look.
nobody gets healed from leprosy,
Just like-
especially at your stage.
Right.
What happened? I'm not supposed to say.
Not supposed to say. Well, I met a man. Maybe we shouldn't even say that. Because you can't say that.
No.
I met a man. There was a man.
See that you say nothing to anyone.
But bring the gift prescribed by Moses as a witness unto them.
Yeah. What do you do?
I mean, why?
I mean, how do you do this? Does Bob say to the priest, does it matter how it happened? It happened.
Oh, that's
I'm
nice.
clean. Your job isn't to find out how I got clean. Your job is to make sure I'm clean.
I'm clean. But I want to know. Well, I am. That but maybe that's the challenge. The priest has to say, yes, you are. But if you don't tell me how you got this,
Yeah.
is this akin to he casts out demons by the prince of demons? How did you do
Oh,
this?
yeah.
What
Was there sorcery involved
exactly?
in this?
What strange force is among us? And again, we want to run up and say, no, you don't understand. This is the Savior of the world.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of a ministry that will heal the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine the priest say, yeah, sure. No. It really is.
So why at this particular point in his ministry does Jesus say, all right, don't go tell everybody? Is it?
Okay, I've got, you say yours, I got an idea.
Here's my question.
Okay.
Is it because he doesn't want them to come just for the physical healings?
I think there's that.
Or is there something even deeper than that?
Well, early on in Mark, I know we're in Matthew, in Mark chapter 3, verse 6, after he heals the man with the withered hand, they took counsel how they might destroy him.
Okay.
That's so early on. Now, let's just put it in the context that the enemies of Jesus are more than happy to begin to say, we got to kill this guy. This is getting out of hand. So let's not pour gas on that fire, but I do still have to heal the sick and train my disciples, because heaven knows, after 3 years, they're still going to say, no, that can't happen to you.
I like
You
that.
can't die.
Yeah.
I need time with them, but I can't accelerate the hatred by those who are going to kill me.
My hour.
Yes,
is not yet
exactly.
come. So if you go to the priest, the priest might be on that side of the people who are saying, let's
can't
go
let
get
this
this
go.
guy.
Yeah, no.
Let's get this guy.
Right,
There's
right.
got to be a trick in here somewhere.
Also, the whole world is going to go after him.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's from John 11. But,
John 11.
Yeah, exactly. And they're right.
We're getting nowhere.
We're getting nowhere. The whole world is going after after him.
Which we would say, yeah,
That's our
the plan.
point, right? Or as I've said of Paul, he and his followers, these are the men who have turned the world upside down.
Yes.
And we're saying, sounds good. But no.
I like in Acts, though, when they're, the people who oppose Jesus are told, you know what? If this isn't from God, it's
Right.
going to fizzle.
Exactly.
If it is from God, you ain't stopping.
Good luck. Yeah. And it's a wonderful thought. So
It
let
is.
it run.
Yeah.
Let it run.
Yeah.
Well,
You
this
know,
one.
The other thing I find on this, real quick, is isn't it amazing as we go through the Gospels, Jesus says, don't tell anyone, and they go shoot their mouths off.
Oh, yeah.
In other places.
Right.
But today, in our post-Acts chapter 1, verse 8, you will be my witnesses.
Right.
Now he says, go tell
Go.
everyone, and we're hesitant.
Oh, exactly. Or we've been talking about the one leper who came back out of the 10.
Yep.
And he isn't welcomed by Jesus, and he's giving thanks. And that's good. In fact, Jesus says, where's the other 9?
Where'd the other ones go?
We should have a chorus of 10 here.
Yeah.
Got one. So different times, different settings.
Yep.
I think especially early on, it's that silence that allows for more time, more miracles,
Yep.
and more time for the disciples to go, wow, you know. But I wonder if this guy, once he's healed, is the most fearless evangelist to the lepers. Because if you've had it, you
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wonder almost if you say, you know, he healed me. I
Yeah.
think I'm okay.
Yeah. And you know, I'm wondering, too, if he tells the priest who this guy was, is Jesus worried about the repercussions for him? Because when we get to John chapter 9, the healing of the blind man is like, what? You're gone.
You're out of this.
Even his mom and dad say,
Yeah. You ask him. He's an adult.
I'm
Yeah.
not touching that one.
Yeah. That could be.
Yeah.
Well, I like this idea, though, that this man quietly cares for lepers.
I like that.
And he can just say, I know how it is.
Yep.
I met a man.
Yep.
Friend, I would love to have you meet him too.
Yeah.
You know, but just quietly
Yeah.
care for the,
Yep.
I don't know, create the food bank for lepers
There you
in
go.
his area or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nice thought. But anyway, go. Show yourself. Yeah.
How'd we do?
I think we did well. We did, Andy, I'm looking at about 28 minutes. Are we close? Can you imagine? We felt that. It's like if you don't put a clock on it, and you and I preach without, we're not reading it. You know, so is it,
Right.
do you know, I usually aim for like 15, 16 minutes. Can you feel 15 minutes coming up?
I think so.
I do.
Because
I think you can.
most everybody's aslead.
Well, there is that glazed look. But I think you've done it long enough. You get that feel.
I think after, 42 years of preaching, almost 43.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
You feel it.
you can kind of tell, all right, I saturated this.
Right. And also we practice. It's not like the first time I get up there is the first time I
Right.
thought of this.
Right,
You know, so I
right.
got her down.
Yeah.
You know, I practice on the bike always, and all the bikes have, well, except for one, but they all have a clock.
Oh, sure.
So you start on a
Yep.
even, and then said, okay, bring her home in
Yep.
15 minutes, 16.
I do some preaching now. They've asked me to preach at Our Redeemer, and I got to make sure. Don't go too long,
Oh, yeah. Right.
especially a new group of people.
I never asked this. I was on the road all those years
Yeah.
when I was at Concordia on Sundays.
Yeah.
I never asked, how long does Pastor Schultz preach?
yeah.
I should have asked that.
I do.
It just hit me. Why didn't I ask
usually
that?
ask. The other thing I ask is, does your pastor stay in the pulpit?
Yes, that one I've always
Or does
asked.
he? Because I don't want to do something
No.
where someone would say to pastor when he comes back, you know, that guy wasn't in the pulpit.
Right.
That
yeah.
was nice.
Or that was no. It
Oh,
couldn't,
that was
no
horrible.
good.
That
You
was
can't do it.
awful.
No, I always
Yeah.
ask that.
It's not even a worship service.
When in Rome, do as the Romans.
Yep.
That one. But I should have asked the length. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I try to.
That's good.
But it's easier now because before you go, you can get on their
Oh, yeah.
website,
And you look it up.
look at an old
And
service.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I once was doing something recorded, and a radio recording, and it would go out, and they wanted an exact moment. And they wanted it written out so they could know how long it was. I said, I don't write them out. I said, I just do them. I said, well, we need it written out. I said, I don't write them out. It's like, how long can we go back and forth on this? And they said, well, we got to have it in at a certain mark. Okay, 20 minutes. So 4 minutes intro, 16 minutes. When 20 minutes, I said, just give me the count. And then turn the clock so I can see it. So we'll do it. And, it's not hard. If it's 16 minutes, can you end on the exact moment? There's not. You should be able to.
Well,
By the time we've done this a
I
few
think.
times, you could say, and one
Yeah.
more, or then, and I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, that clock turned 20:00, and I said, amen, boom. I wanted to say boom shakalaka, but I did. They had to count that out. But anyway,
Did you do the mic drop?
Yeah, no, I wish I could. It was probably bolted down. The guy on the clock, though, he seemed happy. It's like, well, yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Life was made easy.
It's not
for him.
that hard, though. I'm not taking credit. It's you just watch it and say, okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
see, we should be saying that because now we're about 31 minutes.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
And we're talking about how good we are about ending on time.
Yeah. Not on this.
Not on this.
We're not.
We're bad. Maybe you should do the sign off
We're
and
not-
give our friends the hope that next time, guess what? Another miracle awaits.
Oh, there you go. And we're going to ask if perhaps they could read ahead a little bit.
Sure.
So
Chapter
it's chapter 8, and it's verses 5 through I think 13.
It's a little long.
It is.
But
It's
we'll
a
make
little
it.
long. We'll get her done. We'll get her done in less than 75 minutes.
Before Lent is over, we'll finish her.
We'll have her done.
If we can get her done. But anyway, thank you for being with us.
Yeah. God bless, and we'll see you in church.